Professor Craig Green. He teaches law at Temple University and joins me from Philadelphia. Professor, first the alleged crime, now the alleged cover-up. I mean, who wants to be indicted over and over and over again? What do you make of this?
Yeah, I think there are a few important things. This latest indictment, the superseding indictment, actually it alleges the documents. It alleges a cover-up by hiding boxes of material from the prosecutors and from Trump's own attorneys. This new layer is hiding the cover-up. So it's a two-layer cover-up. And I tell you, it would almost be a farce if it weren't such a tragedy. The second important thing is that it brings in new witnesses. So, for example, the Mar-a-Lago IT director is a cooperating witness who will talk about how the new defendant tried to convince him to erase the footage of other Trump employees moving the boxes. And that's another human being that a jury would hear from about this effort. It goes really to Trump's intent. He knew what he was doing allegedly was wrong. And I think that could be an important element if this ever goes to a jury.
You know, and you actually answered my second question. I was going to ask you the fact that they're going to allege prosecutors clearly knew he was doing something wrong if he was trying to cover it up. Is this, in fact, Professor, a slam dunk case for them?
I think the evidence alleged is very, very strong. And I think that this creates a real difference between the legal reality if this case goes before a jury. And of course, the jury will hear things that are very relatable. Trying to delete the videotape is something that sort of any sort of movie heist might engage in. And also the political realm, where even though these legal troubles continue to pile up one on top of the other in an unprecedented way against a former president and aspirational future president, nevertheless, the Republican Party, the Republican leadership, existing Republican politicians, and many voters have already placed their bets on Trump and therefore have already chosen the narrative of witch hunting and election interference and all these kinds of attacks on American institutions, I think for which former President Trump is becoming quite well known.
So if you're Trump's attorneys, what is your strategy? Is it just to deny, 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 deflect, deflect, deflect?
Yeah, I think it's very hard to see much of a strategy for the defense. One of the most cynical possibilities is, of course, this is a federal charge, and the timeline is perhaps slow. If Trump were to win the presidential election, perhaps he could pardon himself. Perhaps he could stop these trials and charges, the federal charges going forward using his presidential power. But I really have to say that seems like an awfully long shot. And I think, again, a very corrupting possibility when you think about the rule of law.
Yeah, and we have to remind people that Trump has been twice impeached, now 3 times indicted. Thank you so much, Craig Green.
Thank you.
Now,